I heard KRS One interview that he did with whoever that was. I'm not dissing whoever that person was either. I just don't know him right now at the top of my head. But I saw that interview and I was shocked. I'm like, somebody who's as intelligent as KRS One, he just went out like that, you know? And I'm like, well, that's an example right there when people who have relationships with certain people and they don't want to voice their opinion to it one way or another, but you made yourself look really bad just saying, oh, well, that's nothing. Let's just focus on the hip hop. You know, no, his place in hip hop it's solidified. You know, so whatever, if they got a problem, it's his personal life. Dude, he's hurting children. If that was the case, he's hurting kids back then, that's still a crime. You know, would you say that about the Pope or the priest in the Catholic Church that's out there hurting people? You're just going to leave them out there to continue to hurt people? Just leave them out there if that's the case. What he should have said was, well, there are allegations and there's rumors right now. But what are the facts? Now, they're in investigation. So far, you just got people screwing rumors. We have no facts yet. So if there's a legal proceeding and he's already got his legal team, I guess, representing him, Afrika Bambataa, so until we know all the facts and details, all we got is somebody just spewing rumors, trying to make it facts by keep spewing rumors. That's what he should have said. He alluded to that, then went back to the, like, if it's true, that's an old crime. You know, like, oh, that's water under the bridge. Nobody care about that now, man. Let's talk about hip-hop. Yeah, there ain't nothing gonna change the hip-hop. If Afrika Bambataa was molesting kids back then, yeah, it will change his solidification in hip-hop. How would it not? You mean to tell me you would want to call this guy your father and pioneer and you knew for a fact this guy was doing these crimes back then? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want to be a part of that. Why would you? You know, because if that was the case, if that was true, you wouldn't want to back that. But I'm not finna jump off the cliff like everybody else does. Like on the internet, oh man, he guilty, man, he did it, yeah. And they just jump off the cliff because they just run with whatever pops up on the internet. Like all these respect people. Put some respect on it, you know. I mean, every time I hear that, it just shows me how much the internet controls people, and they don't even know they're doing it. And I'm like, look at these idiots. Everybody going down here, respect, respect, respect. I'm like, oh God, it's like monkey see, monkey do. So if you just start a rumor or a lie on the internet, it's just gonna spread around and keep going around, and then people just jump and pile on until they try to make it true. It's the same thing with Cosby. Did you see me make a video about Bill Cosby? No. I made not one video about Bill Cosby because I want to hear the facts. I mean, we've heard about Bill Cosby before, back in the days. You know, like wild partying and all this stuff. And the girls he was partying with, I mean, they were industry women who did whatever to take, and they knew what they were doing, getting involved with a married man. So nobody really felt bad for them when these allegations came out. But this is something that was well beyond that, because Bill Cosby has been Bill Cosby for years, meaning that he's been with other women, he's been doing all this allegedly, and people knew and said nothing. Only once he decided to make a power play for networks, television, and he stepped on somebody's toes who he probably shouldn't have, and they went after his net worth. Because your net worth can change in a matter of a second. Don't think you're protected by your net worth. They'll drop it down by hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, everywhere Bill Cosby goes, people are like, oh, look at Bill Cosby. Oh, the rapist. I can't look at the Cosby Show again. So there you have it. His image is tarnished now. No matter, he's gonna win the case because of the people that he's going against. The majority of them are liars. They're actors. They're playing a role. I don't believe more than half of them. Everyone I've seen on there so far, to me, has been a liar. And then I don't like when people jump on the coattail to something. Now everybody's got the bravery to come out. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? The bravery? No, the first person that came out, if they were attacked, that person was brave. Everybody else is saying, okay, let's jump on the bandwagon and try to get something out of it. But my thing with the Afrika Bambataa situation is, first off, I look at facts. This person wrote a book. This person used to be in the group for a long time after he said the allegation took place. Okay? So he was in the group. He was perfectly fine. Once he became deranged or disassociated from the group, now he got problems with stuff. You know, allegedly to him. And this happened numerous times, and then once he gets excommunicated from him, that's when all this stuff happens. Then you have another guy who's heard of the guy before from the same neighborhood, he says, just comes in there, nonchalantly gives a story to Star that sound like he just went to the store to buy something from them. Now, yeah, I went to the store, bought something, you know, and he's like, yeah, I went up there to see my girl, stopped at by the house, said what's up, you know, and then I gave him a blowjob, and I went upstairs with my girl, and I said, something's wrong about that. You know, it was like no empathy, no pain, no nothing in the whole conversation. I don't believe that guy at all, period. He sounded like a farce. Then everybody else just wanted to be a part. I'm like, why would you put yourself out there for that? Because they think it's some type of monetary payoff at the end. Because this guy said, oh, somebody from Zulu Nation said that they would make payments to keep them quiet. So they interviewed two people who no longer is with the Zulu Nation. They're disgruntled, and then they go in there and want to back up the story. You have another ex-guy who backed up the story, who left and broke with Zulu Nation on other terms, had nothing to do with Afrika Bambataa in that situation, why he left. Always monetary, and he went and started his own group. So yeah, that guy was always truthful. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to the crate carrying boy. So now the crate carrying boy has all this weight and power, and whatever he said, he was so like instrumental to the group. But when he was dismissed, nobody said anything about keeping him. See, this is 30 years ago. My thing is, what happened? Where was the outcry? Where was the outrage then? I'm quite sure he was making some type of rumblings back then. You mean to tell me he just stayed quiet for 30 years and decided now to come out once this book is going to land and everybody else is jumping on board? It's a little bit too much coincidence into this, and somebody saying they're going to capitalize. The man's sexuality, I don't know what it is. I don't care what his sexuality is. But if he's hurting children and doing it, that's wrong. Never will stand for that, period. So that's my take on it. It's just too many things to add to wait to see what happens. Too many flags that I see up. I don't just jump off the boat like the rest of you. So when you're defending him, I'm not defending anybody. Nobody's guilty yet because you're seeing it on the internet from all these crazy people. And they trying to paint a story to make a man look guilty right away when no one's even heard what he said, heard from his lawyers, heard from his team, really. They made a statement, that was it. Let's wait and see if we got more information before we start going off. I just look at everything the way it's supposed to be. And KRS ONE, his comments was just like, I'm quite sure he probably would want to rephrase it, because by him saying like we should forget about it, it was retarded. It was crazy to hear him say something like that. I knew what he was trying to do and what he meant, but the way it came out of his mouth was totally backwards. Completely backwards. So on that note, I'm out. I just wanted to clarify that. And KRS ONE, think you need to take in consideration before you start you know, just, we understand you want to back your homeboy, but that's messed up. I'm out.